What's up? What's up? We're gonna be doing a live stream for the last three fights on UFC 324. It's been a great night as far as the fights. Paramount has had a couple technical issues as far as on my end, so hopefully, they can get that figured out. A couple times it just went back to the main menu. I don't know if Bruce Buffer messed it up in the beginning or if Paramount messed it up, but he did the wrong names for the very first fight. So, a couple little things, but the fights themselves have been absolutely spectacular. Lots of finishes. Man, this fight right here, Derek Lewis and Waldo Cortez Acosta, this is going to be a tricky one. I really know that Derek Lewis could pull it off, but he could also get knocked out. The crazy ways it can go at heavyweight. So I'm curious to see how it goes. They're about to be walking to the cage now. Derek Lewis, man, he's always, you can never count him out. I just feel like Waldo Cortez Acosta is kind of hot right now and really trying to set himself on there. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Pretty cool though now that they're on Paramount Plus. The UFC doesn't have to worry about streaming. I wonder if so many people got on that they didn't really anticipate, and that could be a reason for the delays and kind of the mess ups there. So it's going to be a great fight though. Sean O'Malley, man, such a big fight for Sean O'Malley, a career-defining fight. If he loses, that's pretty much it for him. If he wins, he could have another shot at a title. So such a big moment for him. The reason I like it for him as far as getting a win, I feel like Song Yadong loses his biggest moments, as well as he does his best in really close quarters, and Sean is really good about keeping his range. So we'll see how it goes there. And gosh, like I said, it's a coin toss in the main event because Paddy Pimblett, I definitely could see him getting a takedown, after a war of exchanges and then getting a submission. But I still see him even in his mid sessions holding his chin up in the air, and just it is there for Justin Gaethje to hit. So these last three fights are really going to be some bangers, and I'm excited to see. We're waiting just a couple more minutes for them to start. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hop on the live stream, UFC 324. It's going to be a good one. Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta about to start. Just waiting for this to drop. And yeah, these next few fights could all potentially be pretty quick fights, or they could be some longer ones. I really feel like Sean O'Malley needs to put on a big performance. He needs to really get a finish if he wants to fight Peter on the White House card. There's no other way around it. If he wants to fight Peter on the White House card, he's got to get a big win. This is going to be a good one, guys. UFC 324. We got Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta is about to start. Man, I mean, Waldo Cortez Acosta is he's really on a streak right now. He's really looking good, and he's got the momentum. Obviously, Derek Lewis is always there, but when the fights get tough, sometimes we could see him kind of lay down, if you will. But this is a really big fight for both guys. So is the co-main. So is the main. Nothing but good fights. So really looking forward to it, guys. UFC 324 live reactions, guys. Hop in. We should be started any moment. Now, like I said, Paramount Plus have done a really good job. Little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully they can work on that. But putting a good card together, I'd be curious to see how much the different viewership is now that it's free. Now it's $13 a month versus, $60 a card. Definitely going to be a difference here. Really excited, man. Like I said, the Sean O'Malley fight is the one that's just really an important fight for Sean O'Malley. I mean, they're all important fights, but if Sean O'Malley loses to Song Yadong, he's not going to be a champ. He's not going to continue to go in the direction that he wants to go in. Yeah, definitely, Stevie. The card has been majority of finishes. I don't know if you saw, basically, if they don't get the fight of the night or the performance bonus, which is now 100,000 for any TKOs or submissions, every fighter gets 25,000. So I don't know if that directly correlates, but definitely been a lot of finishes. So next weekend's going to be another great card too, UFC 325. But yeah, it's way more accessible now, and I think that's the reason why there's been some technical difficulties.
What actually works? I want to wake up and understand the choices I'm making.
Let's go, UFC 324.
Confusion, just clarity.
Yeah, seeing everybody was like, oh, the UFC is not going to do anything. The UFC is now giving $100,000 bonuses for performance of the night, fight of the night, or knockout of the night, and they giving 25,000 bonus for any finishes, submission, or knockout. So that's the least they can do. Paramount's definitely got to fix the technical difficulties. They probably didn't expect so many people. I want to see the numbers. Your average pay-per-view used to get anywhere from 300,000 to a really good one would be 800,000 to your rare like million point one. So I'd be curious to see on the type of viewership now that it's pretty much free. So yeah, I mean 100,000 if you're a fighter that's on that 12 and 12, you're gonna get 24, then you get that $100,000 bonus. It's definitely some life-changing money. So one thing about the Paramount, and I know there was a couple fights that were canceled initially, but they've definitely been dragging. Like once the first fights were supposed to start, Paramount took about a good 30 minutes to really get going. In between these fights, they're having a lot of commercials. They're really dragging it out. We're on ESPN, and it was like back to back to back. What's up, everybody? UFC 324 live stream, giving my reactions. Waldo Cortez Acosta has now stepped into the cage. We're just waiting on Derek Lewis. This one is going to be a great fight. Derek Lewis, we always know what we're going to get from him. And Waldo Cortez Acosta is on a hot streak. Definitely curious to see how this goes. Would love to see Derek Lewis pull it off, but I think, like I said, with the momentum and everything, I think Waldo Cortez Acosta is going to pull it off. Was Derek Lewis already in the ring? Yeah, he was. So that's what I mean with Paramount. They got to fix a couple things. Excuse me. They're having some technical difficulties, and so it's kind of messing stuff up production-wise. I think that could be due to having way more volume than they expected. Ton of UFC fans, we all love to watch the fights, just unfortunately not many people can afford that $60 per fight. So now we got Derek Lewis, Waldo Cortez Acosta about to start first round. UFC 324 Paramount card. This has been a good transition, though, as far as all the fights have been really good. Excuse me. Just been some technical difficulties on Paramount's part. But UFC 324, Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Let's see how it goes, guys. Who's everybody got? You got Derek Lewis. You got Waldo Cortez Acosta. Who's your guys' pick for this fight? Like I said, if I'm a betting man, I go with Waldo Cortez Acosta. As far as who I would like to win, I'm a bigger Derek Lewis fan. Yep, Derek Lewis. Of course, you want to see the Black Beast pull it off, but it's definitely the momentum's in Waldo Cortez Acosta's court. So let's see how it goes. They're about to start right now. 6'4", 16-2, 262. These are some big boys. These are action-packed right here. I really think it should be a first, second round stoppage, and then we get to the Sugar Show. Really can't wait for that one. Yeah, this one, they are gonna. Let's go, UFC 324. Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Starting now. Whew. I mean, Derek Lewis always looks locked in. Like I said, unless he really starts getting bullied or he becomes the. Hold on, baby. He becomes the nail. That's when we kind of see him. He always kind of lays down to a degree, but here we go. Derek Lewis, Waldo Cortez Acosta, round one. kind of feeling each other out. Again, these are some big boys. Derek Lewis throws a lead head kick right to the, forearms of Waldo Cortez Acosta. That still hurts. A lot of people don't realize that. If you block, especially these guys, if you don't catch that momentum at the right part and you block with one arm, you're going to get your forearm broken. You definitely have to lead into it and try and catch both arms or the X block, but those are some big kicks coming at you. Waldo Cortez Acosta lands a good leg kick. Hopefully this isn't one of those fights like he had with Francis Ngannou where it was just really boring, because right now both guys are a little stationary, not really action-packed, starting to get the boos because before that all these fights have been such action-packed. These guys being slow, they're going to start catching some boos. Still just kind of feeling each other out, trying to get some distance management, but really need to see some action coming out of these guys. Derek Lewis just kind of moving, not really doing anything. Waldo Cortez Acosta feigning. We need to see some action. We definitely need to see some action. Let's go, guys. UFC 324 live stream. The Sugar Show is next. Sugar Show versus Song Yudong. Right now, about a minute and a half into round one. Lewis and Acosta, pretty slow. Not much action going on. Definitely just feeling each other out, but neither guy's willing to take a risk to kind of figure out what's going on here. They're definitely getting the boos. They're definitely going to want to pick it up. This is pretty crazy. Haven't seen either guy throw a punch in at least a minute or so. Guys, this is not what you want to do. Paramount Plus wants some action. That's why these guys got put on here. Lewis throws a couple things, nothing really of significance. Let's go.
Dad, I have to pee.
Okay, Papa, go ahead. So, Waldo Cortez Acosta, Derek Lewis, a little bit of exchanging still. Not much so far. Oh, man. Hopefully this isn't like him and Francis, one of those fights where they're just sitting there, because right now that's what it's looking like. Just moving, fainting, but again, no punches are being thrown. This is terrible, guys. This is not what you want to see from either guy, because again, this isn't showing anybody that you want to be a contender. For Derek Lewis, this doesn't show the UFC that he still wants to be here. For Waldo Cortez Acosta, this does not show he's ready to be one of the top guys, being number 5 ranked. This is terrible. There we go, little nice 1-2 combo there from Derek Lewis.
There's this fishing.
I'm on a live stream, Papa. Derek Lewis, Waldo Cortez Acosta. Round 1 has about a minute and a half left. Not much action. So, I mean, as a ref, it's like, who do they pick? They kind of pick whoever they want, because not much to judge. Both guys have thrown a little bit. No one's landing anything significant. So it really is. What's going on with this, man? Everybody, yeah. I don't know if when they got the new sponsors or whatever, if they got something slipped up, if someone was really sweaty, but yeah, definitely weird. And these guys, again, Derek Lewis and Waldo Cortez Acosta, neither guy is really engaging, really taking risk. We got Derek Lewis on his back, slipped on kind of the canvas. I'm not sure what's going on there. Back to the center. 50 seconds left in round 1. Derek Lewis, they're still just filling each other out. There's really not much action going on. Just really not an eventful fight, especially first fight back on Paramount. Tons of action. This is the first, definitely the most boring fight of the card so far. Derek Lewis, Waldo Cortez Acosta. There we go. Derek Lewis just threw about 4 punches. In general, we got 20 seconds left in the first round. Not much action from either guy. Really just moving around. Derek Lewis looks like someone dumped a bucket of water on his head. I'm not sure how he could be sweating so much from just moving around. Round 1 is coming to an end. Yeah, more boos. Very, very uneventful after round 1. Neither guy was really trying to do anything, so we definitely definitely need to see some more action here in the second round. Derek Lewis neither guy really did much. Derek Lewis threw a couple little combos, I guess, so you could give it to him. But both guys were just feeling each other out. That was a really uneventful first round. Let's see what they do the second round. Really, I mean, it's definitely not going how most people thought or wanted it to go. I can't even really pick either guy right now. Neither guy is really engaging. I'm willing to take a risk, anything like that. So let's see. Waldo Cortez's coaches don't look happy. Derek Lewis' coaches definitely wasn't happy. And here we go again, Paramount Plus. This will be the third time that it cut back to the menu. Man, this is ridiculous, Paramount Plus. You guys got to get it together. So this is the third time I'm watching it. Just goes back to the main screen. Takes a couple minutes to reload. This is really, really frustrating. Not a good way to start for Paramount Plus. If you're a first-time fan, you're trying to watch it and it keeps tuning out like this, you're probably going to just let it be. Of course, I'm going to get back on here, but man, this is super, super frustrating. Should be probably about a minute through round 2 at this point. Let's see here. Be careful, Papa. All right, now I'm back in. Just about. It's loading. Yeah, it's definitely been... Yep, so 1 minute into round 2. From what I saw, it looked like Derek Lewis. I don't even know what happened. My Paramount keeps cutting in and out. It's really annoying. That's the third time it happened. But looks like, yeah, from what I can see, Derek Lewis is throwing a little bit more. Same with Waldo Cortez. I mean, they definitely got to get... But see, still holding back his punches. Papa, be careful. Go get some water. If you're going to pull back your punches, you know, you're not going to get that big knockout that we're all looking for. So let's see what they can do. A little bit more action because, you know, with everybody else's action. There we go. Derek Lewis is throwing a little bit. Waldo Cortez, I mean, just either guy, if they really want to win, they got to put some offense together. I mean, this could be obviously somebody's got to win, but neither guy can talk about title shot implications or anything like that with this type of performance. So, 2 minutes into round 2, little more action than round 1. From what I can tell, it seems like both guys kind of picking it up. So I really wouldn't have a clear winner either way just yet. Definitely a better round than the first round. I'm really curious to see which guy is willing to get in there and exchange. We got 2.5 minutes left in round 2. And, man, I don't really see a front runner. Like I said, rounds like this and fights like this got to be even tougher for the judges because who do you even pick? Derek Lewis lands a big left hook, gets a little reaction from the crowd. But overall, the main reactions from the crowd have been boos, unfortunately. So it's tough when that happens, but what can you do? UFC 324 live commentary, guys. 2 minutes left, round 2. Derek Lewis versus... Oh! Waldo Cortez hits Derek Lewis and drops him. I don't know what happened. Derek Lewis just laid there. Waldo Cortez just TKO'd him. Ground and pound. That was very, very weird. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, Waldo Cortez landed, and it was kind of a delayed reaction. It sat Derek Lewis on his butt, but that was one of those weird moments where Lewis tries to play that game, and Waldo Cortez just went in for the ground and pound. That was very weird. He literally just laid there like, hey, hit me, and he got K'd. Now he's face down, you know, not responding. Man, Waldo Cortez Acosta gets a very uneventful win in the sense there was really nothing going on. Caught him with a punch. And Derek Lewis reacted very weird. Let's see what happened on this replay. So kind of an eye poke. And then bink, Waldo Cortez Acosta. Yeah, just barely hit him. And it was very, very weird. It was like just a light jab that caught him. And Derek Lewis was almost waiting for him to come on top of him. Kind of, you know, agging him up. I mean, that was could have been. That was very weird. Bink, yeah, I mean that was on the jaw, but yeah, slipped. And again, that's on the UFC and the commission to make sure that the octagon doesn't have fighters slipping. But it was just very weird how he didn't put his hands up. He just kind of waved him on to come finish him. That was very weird. Waldo Cortez Acosta gets the win. I'd be curious to see if Derek Lewis comes out and talks about it. But yeah, I mean, for all the hype, that was a very, very uneventful fight. Let's get through it, though. Let's get through it. That way we can get to the next and more important fight, the Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley. I really, that's one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most on this card. Obviously the main event as well, but just because we're really going to see what Sean O'Malley's made of. I accidentally clicked out of the fight here, so it should be the post-fight interview, though. We're not missing anything. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. Who does everybody got? Does the Sugar Show pull it off? Does Song Yudong put himself in a position? He would probably, in my opinion, still need one more after that to get the title shot. Only reason O'Malley could and is talking about the title shot is because he has that win over Peter Yan. That's the only reason that gives him anything. So, Song Yudong, he wins. He'd still probably need another big win. Umar looked good, but again, I felt like Figgy's game plan was I don't know. Some of these guys just show up. You know what I mean? You're not going to win a fight just running around the cage, and that's what Figueiredo did. He really didn't try and engage as much as I would have thought he would have. Umar looked good, but again, he didn't, blow your hair back. So I'm not really sure who will be the next for Peter Yan. We'll see what Sean O'Malley can do. Waldo Cortez Acosta gets the win over Derek Lewis. I don't know why he putting on a damn eye patch looking like a pirate, but he got the win. Let's see what he says. Really, hopefully we just want to get through this this post-fight interview. That way we can get on to Sean O'Malley. Let's see what he's got to say. See, and I don't know about a shutout, Joe. You know what I mean? I would say that first round was very, very uneventful. The second round, they both started to land a couple things. And the finishing shot just did not seem like that would be a shot that should have put him down. So I'm not sure what's up with that. UFC 324 live reaction, guys. Next coming up, we got the Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. We're just listening to Waldo Cortez talk about his very uneventful win. Again, I'd like to hear from Derek Lewis's point of view what happened, what caused him to just drop like that. Didn't look like a very big punch at all. So, but then his reaction when he hit the ground, very delayed, just looked there kind of lost and let Waldo Cortez finish him off. It was very weird. Boom. Just jabs, really just a lot of jabs. But before that, the first round was very uneventful. Both guys probably threw 10 punches. Yeah, there was no way that was a huge finishing shot. So I'm not sure what happened there. It is what it is. On to the next one. The eye patch. Yeah, he put the eye patch on Joe Rogan. I have no idea what's the point of the eye patch, but here we go. Next fight, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. Man, this is going to be a great one. Looks like a pretty packed event. Sean O'Malley needs a win right here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. UFC 324 live commentary. We got the co-main and the main event about to go down. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. Colby Covington in the crowd. That guy hasn't been around in forever. Poatan, Armin. Armin's really been on a great, just a great media run. Like, this guy is all over. He's on a flight every night to a different city, a different country. But it's really cool to see his personality. He seems like a really genuine guy. Family is crazy rich. He was talking about his dad will give him $500,000 for a car if he asks him. So, man, it's really gonna be a crazy one. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. Like I said, I think if Song wins, he puts himself in a good position. If O'Malley has an exciting win, if O'Malley has a boring decision as well and just kind of danced around, which we've never seen him do, but let's say that was the case, he definitely wouldn't get a title shot. He needs a very impressive win right now to get a title shot. And I don't like all the damn commercials and whatnot. Let's just keep it rolling here, guys. I guess that's the difference in Paramount Plus and ESPN. Pretty good card overall. Actually, pretty damn good card as far as performances from the athletes. Only critiques I have would be towards Paramount, the production, and kind of some of the technical errors that they've had. So, man, I'm really excited for this one. The Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley. Man, this is a big fight for him. Either way, right? He's financially set. He's checked off a lot of boxes in life. He became a world champion, did so many different things. Great dad, has a lot of good investments. He doesn't need it, but he definitely wants it. I would love to see him, fight for the title again. Now, how Peter Yan looked against Merab last time, that would be a completely different fight when they first fought. I think that's one thing, like Peter Yan, bro, at the White House, I'm telling you, Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley for the bantamweight title at the White House, that would be crazy. Now, O'Malley did win the first time. I think Peter's insanely improved since the first time they fought. Peter looked really good. And you know what? He had a great game plan because we all know Merab's style. So, he was really kicking Merab a lot. Like, even if Merab was blocking it, he was kicking his arms, kicking his wrist. And what that did, I think, on top of everything else, was just kind of was making it harder for him to land his takedowns because his arms were hurting, his hands were hurting. So that was a hell of a performance by Peter Yan. The Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong, co-main event. UFC 324 is about to start, guys. Oh, man. I'm really excited for it. Papa, who do you got? Sean O'Malley or Song Yudong? No, Sean O'Malley. Okay, come here. What do you got?
Sean O'Malley.
Nice. Sean O'Malley, the Sugar Show. So we got Sean O'Malley ranked at number 3. Song Yudong ranked at number 5. We had Umar, again, he put on a pretty good performance. And it's not on him, but it's hard to have a great performance when your dance partner doesn't want to engage. Figueiredo was just there to be there, I guess. He missed weight. He was just dancing around. He really wouldn't step forward and engage. We're seeing a little highlights on the Sugar Show. Man, he's had a hell of a run. Only 31 years old. Financially set for life. Dropped a company. It's going to be some supplements and other stuff like that. The barn dominium he just had built is absolutely insane. His coach, Tim Welch, lives on the land with him. He's pretty set, but I think he's still hungry. 135 is just one of the hardest divisions in the UFC, and any of these guys in the top 5, top 6 could be a champ on any given night. So that's the crazy part about it. I mean, for a second there, we thought Merab would never, ever lose his belt, And then Peter Yan came out there and just put on a hell of a show. Sean O'Malley coming off back-to-back losses to Merab Dvalishvili. Is he still confident? Is he going to be hesitant? What kind of things are we going to see from him? He's always dialed. He's always focused. He's always in great shape. But besides his... Papa, can you be a little quieter, baby? Besides his losses to Merab... sorry, that's my son. Besides the losses to Merab, O'Malley's always game, always puts on great performances. And he even did that first time. But what I told a lot of people in the rematch is why I felt like it was going to go the way it did is because the only reason that Merab was maybe even hesitant or, made it a good fight the first time is because of all the hype, right? He's like, do I get caught? Can I take this guy's punches? Can I stand with him? Will I be able to take him down? And then after they went 5 rounds and he got the win, he was a lot less scared and he took a lot more risk to get that submission in the second fight. So my thing with Song Yudong is I think his big fights he loses, right? And his success comes from being in the pocket. And against someone like Sean O'Malley, he's just not going to be in the pocket. O'Malley's great at managing distance, keeping people at his range. So those are the main things that I think are going in O'Malley's favor. Obviously, I think Song Yudong's going to try and take him down. How does that go? Does he get a hold of him? Does he push him up against the cage? Does he fully take him down? Those are the questions that O'Malley needs to answer. And if he can keep it standing and keep it at his range, I think we're in for a great performance from O'Malley, possibly even a knockout. He really is a talented fighter. Like I said, that 135-pound division is just on fire. Peter Yan, Merab Dvalishvili, Mario Bautista, Song Yudong, Chito Vera, tons and tons of fighters at 135 pounds. I think Sugar got this, though, like I said, for the reasons I feel like he's going to get it. But it is a crazy game in this UFC. Let's see. Yudong should be walking out first. Alpha male standout. Been in the UFC for a while. Wow, yeah. Previously it didn't look this packed. Now the arena looks packed. UFC 324 co-main event. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. Song is walking out to some ding 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 bang bang. I'm just playing. He's coming out to his culture music. He's from Heilongjiang, China. So, yeah, one of 17 active Chinese fighters. Number 5 ranked at bantamweight. Training out of Sacramento, California. Let's see what he can do. His biggest thing, I think, is to try and get a hold of O'Malley, even if he can't get the takedown. Try and get him up up against the cage, or just try and clinch him up. That way, he's kind of thinking about that, and that would give him a chance to land some strikes. Now, Song Yudong does have some big power. O'Malley doesn't necessarily have big power. He's a sniper. He hits people on the money, and he hits them when they're not expecting it. So those are his main attributes. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, I got Sean O'Malley. I really would love to see him get a big win and run it back with Peter Yan at the White House. Got to get through the Song Yudong. You got Uriah Faber in his corner. You got Joey Rodriguez, one of the striking coaches down there at Alpha Male. You got Danny Castillo. Shout outs to Alpha Male. That gym's been a really good gym for a while as well. Had a lot of good fighters. Uriah was always a great fighter and just a good person. Song Yudong is getting to walk into the cage. And do we get our usual superstar, song from O'Malley? Does he show that same confidence? Really curious to see on both of those. Song Yudong's getting ready to go in there. And then it's going to turn to the Sugar Show. Let's see the kind of reaction he gets. It seems like, so far, definitely still has a lot of fan support. Merab's a beast. It was really a big fight for Peter Yan to come out there and win in the fashion he did. He kind of outdogged him, right? He kind of wore him down, beat on his body. And again, same with Izzy, same with a lot of fighters. When you fight that many times, championship fights, getting ready for 5-round fights are way different camps than getting ready for 3-round fights, right? Every time you spar, you're doing 2 more rounds every single time, Song Yudong in the cage, ready to go, waiting for the Sugar Show to walk out. Let's see what we got as we get ready for the Sugar Show to come out. Does he switch his song up? I think he does, but we'll see. And he does not. The Sugar Show, ladies and gentlemen. Sean O'Malley, man, what a moment. He's walking out to a sold-out T-Mobile Arena. Everybody right now is on their feet, rooting for Sean O'Malley, and he's coming out to Superstar. What you say, love? I definitely got Sean O'Malley in this one. I think Sean O'Malley has to get a finish. If not, he wins a 3-round decision by a dominant performance. But I think that these moments he's made for, right? He's a guy that shows up for the big fights, and he's a master of managing his range. And Yadong is a way better fighter in close. He's got his best friend Tim Welch, jiu-jitsu legend Taquinho, and he has his strength and conditioning coach Brandon Harris. Oh yeah, because he only has 3 now because he's the co-main. 3 corners for the co-main, 3 rounds. That's the interesting part, is it's not a 5-round fight, so he really can come out and just put on a pace from the beginning. He doesn't. Oh yeah, he's getting a pop. He's back. Sugar Show is back. 3 rounds. Yeah, like I was saying, he doesn't have to worry about saving gas for rounds 4 and 5. Merab Dualis-Fili. Let's go, Sean. Make me look good, please. This dude, Merab, is a goofball. Make me look good, buddy. You need to make yourself look good when you come back, because Peter whipped your ass, boy. But here we go. Yeah, big moment for Sean O'Malley. I think he should come out right away, fast pace, moving like he does, and don't give Song Yadong a chance to get a hold of him and get in close. UFC 324 co-main event. Sean O'Malley is about to enter the cage. I bet O'Malley to win by KO. Beautiful bet. Absolutely. But plus 230. Beautiful, beautiful bet. I really think Sean O'Malley's going to come out and put on a high pace right away, and he's going to catch Song Yadong. I don't think he'll one-shot him necessarily. I think he's going to start landing some punches, and after a few of them land, then he'll get him with that one sniper shot that puts him down. Such a big moment. Sean O'Malley knows that if he comes out here and knocks out Song Yadong, he will get to fight Peter Yan at the White House in one of the biggest cards ever. I mean, this is a huge card, being that this is the co-main event. Oh, this is his last fight. Yeah, definitely. If Sean O'Malley loses, this would be his last fight, because just no reason for him to compete anymore. He'd be in the back of the line. He'd drop to number 7 or 8. So many. Oh my God. Just look at the pop. T-Mobile Arena is filled. This is time to shine. He went back to the pink shorts. Those are the championship shorts he wore against Aljamain Sterling. Looks like he tried to shake Song Yadong's hand, and Yadong slapped it away. Co-main event about to start, guys. Then we got Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. That one is really such a coin toss. But like I said, I think Sean O'Malley's going to control the range, and he's going to be able to evade any of the takedown or anything like that. Yeah, you like Sean O'Malley? Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one. 28-31. Sean O'Malley has 5 inches in reach, 3 inches in height. That definitely makes a difference, like I was saying. Song Yadong's success comes from being in the pocket, and O'Malley is very, very good at controlling range. Here we go. Huge, huge fight for Sean O'Malley. Love to see a big knockout. Would love to see him get another shot at Peter Yan. If Song Yadong wins, it'll be a great win, but I don't think he'll get a title shot from it. It would probably be Merab versus Peter rematch on that White House card. So would love to see O'Malley get that. UFC 324 co-main event. Song Yadong versus Sean O'Malley. Huge implications on the line. Does Song Yadong further himself? Because he's always lost the big fights. That's the thing. He's really lost the big fights. He has a couple moments to get to that next level. He's number 5 just by being here so long. The activity and the wins he does have, but he's definitely lost a couple big moments. Sean O'Malley, former world champ, loses back-to-back to Marab. It's not that, again, a third loss, really two different people, so it's not that bad. But again, he's just not a guy who wants to climb that ladder again, according to him. Yeah, you never know. But according to him, he really doesn't seem to want to climb that ladder again, if you will, right? He's like, if I lose, that's kind of it because I'm not going to be a champ. And that to me just means he doesn't want to, beat three contenders to get his title shot again. So he looks good. He looks healthy. He's always dialed in. He does a lot of kind of private training. That's the only thing. I mean, he does get in a lot of work with the Red Hawk Academy. I would imagine he still gets in some sparring with the MMA lab, but, he does keep it a little private. Aljamain Sterling, big one here. Co-main event, I got O'Malley. Of course, he wants O'Malley to look good because O'Malley whooped him. And then Marab tells him to look good because Marab wants to look good. So we'll see what happens. After this, Gaethje's up next. So this is the co-main. Depending how long it goes, Gaethje and Poirier will be up next. Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong. Round one is underway. Here we go. I think right away O'Malley's got to come out and control the range. That is the main thing he's got to do here. So that was very, I'm not even going to say the word, but Song Yadong pretended to shake O'Malley's hand and threw a leg kick. That was very, very bullshit of him. So let's see. O'Malley's definitely coming out. Looks like he's already moving pretty quick. Not throwing up too much, but jotting in and out. The main event, I believe Gaethje's the dog. It's just a tough one. Gaethje could definitely come out there and catch him with a big punch, but I think it's a tough bet because that's his only way to win is by getting a big punch, catching him on the way out. Whereas Paddy can kind of go through a war, maybe even TKO him, if not, at least knock him down to get the submission. So it's going to be tough. O'Malley's controlling the range. Nothing really significant. Both guys kind of feeling each other out. O'Malley's really good about switching stances. It makes it tough for these guys to take him down. Again, I think Marab made it look a little easier than it is, but when someone's switching stances, you don't want to run into their hip. Even as crazy as it doesn't seem, when you're going full force, Yadong throws a crazy overhand. Now, it was nowhere near close to landing, but stuff like that. Again, if O'Malley's not controlling his range, beautiful, beautiful straight left from O'Malley. Again, that was a sniping shot. That's where I think if he just starts putting on some damage, he can eventually get Yadong out of there. Yadong hasn't done much at all as far as landing. Just whiffed another leg kick. There you go. See, when he gets in close. He got in close, landed a little 1-2. O'Malley lands a spinning back kick. Yadong tries to match, but he just was out of the way for it. So definitely a good fight. Little inside leg kick land from Yadong. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you shoot and if someone switches and you run right into their hip, it can definitely daze you at minimum, put you on your butt, kind of make you lose your balance. So that's why it makes these guys hesitant when he's constantly switching stances. Now, one thing I don't like is the inactivity. Again, you got to get something going. You can't just move in and out. Good jab from O'Malley. Good teep from O'Malley. Song Yadong's really just moving, feinting, but not really throwing. I'd say O'Malley's engaging more, but nothing really of significance. Couple straight lefts from O'Malley. Back to southpaw. Back to orthodox. That's one thing, like I said, he does really well, but he just hasn't put anything significant up yet. I do like there's no worries as far as Song Yadong isn't making anybody nervous. He's not doing anything. He hasn't even got really close to land something significant. Sean O'Malley just needs to go. He just needs to engage a little more. He's landing some jabs. He's landing some straights, but he's not putting up combinations. He's really straight shotting. Ooh, he just stepped on his ankle a little weird. Definitely don't want that. That's the same one he had the Liz Frank surgery on. Nice front kick from O'Malley. He's kind of freezing Song Yadong with his feints, but neither guy is really landing significant. Inside leg kick from Yadong, but he's really stuck outside of range. Any place where he would have success would be closer in range, and he's just not getting there. Crowd going for Sean O'Malley. He just doesn't seem like he can get much off either. He's throwing up one shot at a time. Jab, jab, then a straight. But he's not putting up combos. I don't like that. He needs to be a little more active. He's moving. Both guys are moving. Both guys are feigning, but definitely, yeah, that's what DC is just saying. Same thing I did. He needs to let his hands go. Inside leg kick lands from Yadong. First takedown from Yadong. He shoots and lands. O'Malley has him in a guillotine. Yeah, Song Yadong pops right out. We got Song Yadong on top of Sean O'Malley. This is where O'Malley definitely did not want to be. So instead of initially trying to disengage, he tried to go for the guillotine. Did not work, and now he's stuck on the bottom. 14 seconds left, so he's going to survive. This is not good, though. Song Yadong is going to come out second round and go immediately for the takedown. O'Malley's locked up in full mount, so therefore has no intentions on getting up. Man, that was not good to see at all. He was kind of trying to put his feet on the hips. Sean tells his coach, calm down. That was not good. If you lock your legs when someone takes you down, that means you're just trying to keep them there. Because you can't get up if your feet are locked behind somebody, right? He was about to put his feet on the hip and try and push up, and then the round ended. But it looked like he was struggling. You definitely don't want to do that. He's got to keep at range, and he's got to put some more offense up, or he's going to end up spending the next round on his back. Okay, nothing crazy there. Yeah, he threw a leg kick. Song Yadong caught it. Double leg takedown. He definitely could have disengaged right away. He did try to go for the guillotine. Yadong looks like he's wearing the shots a little bit. Looks like both sides of the face are kind of red a little bit. O'Malley looks fine, not breathing hard. Let's see how round two goes. He's definitely... Oh, they exchanged leg kicks. One of Yadong's leg kicks kind of threw Sean O'Malley off balance. Nothing crazy. Yadong swinging for the fences. Let's see if either guy tries to put up more offense. Definitely, I mean, I don't really know. The reason why you would have gave that before the takedown, you would have definitely given the first round to O'Malley. With the takedown, makes it a lot different. Now both guys are kind of exchanging. What I don't like is O'Malley looks like he's not liking it. Yadong is starting to exchange. O'Malley's landing just body kicks. Yadong's landing the punches. This is not looking good, guys. Come on, O'Malley. Definitely, the only thing he's landing is body kicks, and when he does land any punches, he's only throwing single shots, and it's just not going to work. He's trying to really feint him and bait him, but it's not working. So again, you got to start putting up some offense. Sean O'Malley switches to southpaw. Nothing going on. It's crazy. The fight card was going at such a fast pace, tons of finishes, and now these last couple have been a bit boring. Song Yadong, yeah, I mean, his best bet is to shoot again, see how that goes. O'Malley's just standing there. He's just not really doing anything, bouncing a little bit, switching stances a little bit, but again, the big thing is he's not throwing up offense. Only type of offense he's landing is body shots. So I don't know if he's scared to be at punching range after feeling some of the power. We have to watch one more fight after this. So Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong, co-main event. Still pretty uneventful, I would say, from both guys. Song Yadong shoots another takedown. Looks like he's definitely going to get it. He has O'Malley's back, has him up against the cage. Yeah, I don't know what's up with O'Malley. He's trying to fight the grip. Yeah, I mean, this just, again, fights in styles, change stuff, but this does not look like a championship O'Malley that would want to go and fight Peter Yan. So he's elbowing the hands. Again, main reason you do that is just to try and mess with his grip. His coaches look frustrated. Tim Welsh looks like, what are you doing, man? Like, he's giving him commands from the corner. He does not look happy, though. He looks very frustrated. Excuse me. Yadong's just holding him from the back. O'Malley's trying to, elbow his hands, elbow his wrist. Yadong's just kind of kneeing him in the hips. Yeah, O'Malley's landed some elbows even to the face. He's got Yadong bleeding. Yadong tries to go for a slam, still can't get it. Now we end up in the same position like we were in the first round. O'Malley's trying to go for a triangle, but he does not have it. Again, now he's going to be locked in, full mount. It's just with that, you have no intention of getting up. O'Malley's stuck on his back. If he sits on his back for the rest of this second round, he could easily be down 2-0, 1-1, depending how people score it. There you go. And he's up. He's up. Yadong's trying to stay on top of him. Now O'Malley. Oh, O'Malley just got caught with a big shot as he got up. He needs to throw something up. He got up, and Yadong landed a big, it looked like a left hook. And I really think it seems like O'Malley's hesitant to throw punches. It really seems like he's only throwing kicks, leg kicks, body kicks, and he's just not going to cut it. I mean, he could easily be down 2-0 at this point. It's not good. Only one round. He looks tired from the ground exchanges. He looks really tired. He's breathing hard, and he's leaving himself a little closer in range to get caught. Lands a straight left, but again, no follow-up. No follow-up after that. O'Malley's 21 of 36. Yadong's 20 of 44. So, and that's because O'Malley's throwing just one shot at a time. There you go. Lands a couple, gets out of there, but he needs to throw more volume. Maybe try a kick up top. He's only landed body kicks or leg kicks. Why hasn't he not thrown any head kicks? 10 seconds left, round 2. Again, very uneventful round. The only really, both guys are slipping. What's going on here? The UFC or the commission, they need to figure out why these guys are slipping way more than any other event I've ever seen. O'Malley could easily, I'm sure on at least one of the judges' scorecards, he's down 2-0. He's just not doing it. I don't know if he's, gun shy from fighting Merab or what it is, but this next round is a very, very big round. He has to win this next round to even win the fight. But just seeing this performance, I don't even know if you want to be in there with Peter. Peter is still a killer. Yeah, his coach is telling him, like, what are you doing? He needs speed, teeps, jabs. He's not putting anything together. Only things he's landing are front kicks and leg kicks. So he's got 5 minutes. He really, terrible. He really needs a knockout at this point. He just does not. That's what happens, though. You go on a run, you get to the top of the mountain, you lose a couple times, and then you have to dig even deeper to kind of get back where you were. And especially waking up every day, multi-millionaire. Round 3, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. O'Malley definitely needs a finish to win here. He is down definitely 2-0 on at least one of the judges' scorecards. Round 1 was very uneventful, but then Yadong ended it on the ground. And round 2, he controlled it on the ground as well. So could easily be down 2-0. He's not putting up enough combinations. He's not throwing any head kicks. He's only throwing body kicks and leg kicks. Exchanges a little bit, but he throws that one shot. When he misses, Yadong's able to capitalize on that because there's nothing coming after it. And Yadong is getting closer and closer to catching Sean with a big shot, and he wants to exchange. He's like, meet me in the middle. Yeah, I just don't see. O'Malley needs a finish. Song is fighting the fight of his life. Yeah, I just don't see how you could give O'Malley the fight. really crazy to see. 2018, good performance by Yudong. I mean, yeah, it's Song 2. Yeah, everybody has Yudong up 2-0. Now, O'Malley just lands a 3-punch combo and looks like better than he did the whole fight. That's what I'm saying. He's got to put some volume up there. He's just putting up one shot at a time, and he hasn't accumulated enough damage to really hurt Yudong, landing one at a time. He's got to put up some combos. This really might be it for the Sugar era. Unless he pulls off a big shot. Man, it's crazy. And that's why people got to respect how long Conor McGregor's reign was, because a lot of these guys come and go. Pretty crazy, though. I mean, he's still set for life. He had a great career, but he looks really tired. He looks really tired, and he just did not look that good. You know, for being dialed, for having a great camp, for everything like that, which they have to say, he does not look good. This is only a 3-round, and he's tired, and he hasn't even put up a lot of volume. Song Yudong is bleeding somehow. That's just because every shot that O'Malley does land is a good one. It would be absolutely insane if the judges give it to O'Malley. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left, round 3. O'Malley still, again, landed a punch to the body. He's only doing one shot at a time. He hasn't thrown any head kicks. Beautiful, beautiful. He's landing, again, straight left, straight left. Why not throw a right hook after that? Why not throw a head kick after that? He's definitely looking better this round. I think he might be more of a 5-round fighter. Another thing going in his favor is that Yudong just missed a takedown. He's looking sloppy and he's bleeding, right? So he's the only one that's beat up. On the new scorecards, damage is a big thing. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, but really this fight should go Song Yudong. O'Malley is winning round 3. Landed a good straight right there. Again, if he could put something after that, I think a head kick would do him well. A minute 45 left. Round 3. O'Malley really, really needs a finish. Or he might get one of those weird draws. Possibly a split decision. Song Yudong is looking to exchange a little more right here. Starting to bring it in. But he also looks a bit tired himself. And see, it looks like Sean's starting to kind of catch his second wind. But, you know, minute 18 left. No, but I think he's still pretty tired. That's crazy. He's usually a 5-round fighter, but definitely, you know, not even father of time, but in fighting, everybody has their window. Some are longer than the other. And O'Malley, I mean, and maybe it's because it's Song Yudong, right? You can't completely just say that he just doesn't have it anymore. It could be because who he's fighting. He did get taken down a few times. Song Yudong shoots another one. Can't get it. O'Malley's landing punches. Caught Yudong with a big knee down the middle. That's what I mean. It's maybe he's a 5-round fighter because he's really turning it on in round 3. But unless he gets, I mean, he could. I've seen worse decisions. He's definitely controlling round 3. He's got Yudong busted up. He's landed some big shots. Yudong lands one over the top. You know what I mean? I don't think he was as comfortable. I think it took him a little bit to kind of shake the nerves off, shake the doubt off. He's starting to flow. I think definitely this fight goes 5 rounds, then he definitely K's Yudong. Yudong's trying to get him to do the Max Holloway. Out. There you go. Why did you wait till the last second of the fight to throw a head kick? We'll see what happens. I could see it going to either guy. Yudong didn't really make anything dominating. The only dominating round was round 3 by O'Malley. And I mean, I thought, excuse me, I thought he could have won round 1. Cody Garbrandt 2.0, yeah. Hey, and that's what happens, right? He gave Cody so much shit. And now he's the next Cody. And, I mean, that division, what's O'Malley's Venmo? Yeah. He's going to be out of there. And it's, I mean, 135 is such a tough division. But I think these guys just go so hard. And in this new day and age, they try and capitalize and fight as many times as they can to get as much as they can. And it starts to wear on them. So Don't be surprised, guys, if O'Malley still gets the decision. I think, it could be a split decision. It could be a draw even. I just know they definitely, and that's the thing with Yudong, it's not his fault, but someone like that, not speaking English and stuff, they try and, wait if they can to give you the title shot. So we'll see what happens. Then we got Justin, the highlight Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. This one's going to be crazy. Still a little older guy, but the youngest, legend that Paddy Pimblett's going to fight. And like I said, a guy that we've already seen knock people out. He's got that great overhand to catch tall people when they're coming out of the pocket. And Paddy is very bad at that. I won that fight. Yeah, and they always do that. Him in his corner, like Tim Welch knows the game, so they're yelling, you won that fight. Let's see. Unanimous decision. 29-28. Sugar Sean O'Malley wins by unanimous decision. 29-28 on all scorecards. That's what I was saying, guys, is that first round, you definitely could have given it to O'Malley. The only reason the judges wouldn't have is because he got taken down towards the end of the round. Second round, I was going to give that to Song Yudong. And the third one definitely goes to O'Malley. Now, matchups and styles make everything. I've seen crazier stuff. I don't think that necessarily warranted a title shot with Peter Yan, but, like I said, he's a big star. He gets the eyeballs, so the UFC might do Peter Yan versus O'Malley at the White House card. Yeah, and Song Yudong, I think, it was just a tricky matchup. It was a tricky matchup. But like I said, you could have given O'Malley rounds 1 and 3. Round 2 was easily Yudong's. The only reason round 1 was even close is because the round ended with O'Malley on his back. And there just wasn't a lot of activity. But seems like O'Malley's a 5-round fighter because round 3 he really started to come out. He got a win, though. Coming off Pimblett +2. Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, man. It's a tough one. I could see Pimblett submitting Gaethje. I could see Pimblett winning the decision, but I really feel like either Pimblett submits him in the later rounds, rounds 3, round 4, or Gaethje knocks him out, kind of early. Because Paddy does, even when he's hitting mitts, he pulls his head up and he leaves his chin out when he's having these exchanges. And the thing with the O'Malley fight is, again, he had so much on the line. It was probably a lot of pressure. It looks like a huge relief for him just to be like, hell yeah, I got the win, So that added pressure of being like everything I built and everything I got to could be done in this moment if I lose this fight. So that's definitely a lot of pressure. That's sweet. Yeah, I mean, shout outs to O'Malley. He got the win. He did what he needed to do. It's not up to him for the judges to decide. Lot of pressure. Absolutely needed to win or he was out of there. Sean O'Malley gets a win. He could get a title shot. If not, man. Paddy definitely, O'Malley was rusty. O'Malley was definitely nervous. Paddy's fought some good guys, but I would say no. He hasn't quite fought someone like Gaethje. Gaethje's older in his career, but Bobby Green was really old. Tony Ferguson was really old. Michael Chandler, really old, So that's the difference is some really, really old guys. So I think Gaethje's, still older in his career, but the freshest guy that Paddy's going to fight. But I think, Paddy having a war could end up dropping him or just wearing on him to where he could get the takedown and get a submission. I think Gaethje, his best bet is to catch him with one of those overhands. Catch him with the overhand when Paddy's, dipping out on one of those exchanges. UFC 324. Yeah, Chandler he doesn't even have it anymore.
I think even where Connor's at, he could knock out Chandler. But UFC 324, guys, Sean O'Malley just got the unanimous decision, 29-28. We got the main event coming up. Who do you guys got? Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. The crazy part about it is the winner gets an ass whooping by Ilia Topuria, right? Like, I don't know, is that even a reward? Because the thing about Ilia is he was already the baddest dude and he had a great life. Now he's got some demons to release. You can guarantee he's going to whoop some ass. Yeah, I mean, Gaethje's not a bad dog. Like I said, you know, I knew Rose would be a tough dog, but I thought Gaethje could be a good dog. And I thought Derek would be a tough dog because he's just not a guy who likes these hard fights, right? As soon as he realizes he actually has to work, or like we've never seen him in a dog fight. Usually when it goes bad, he starts acting like he's hurt, and then he catches some of these guys, or he just catches them. Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje about to start. If I'm a betting man, you know, gun to my head, I take Paddy Pimblett. I would love to see Justin Gaethje catch him on one of these exchanges. But yeah, like I said, either way, winner is going to get absolutely smoked by Ilia Topuria. When Ilia fought Charles, I knew that Charles was done. When he wasn't even talking reckless, he was just like, I'm sorry, it has to be you. You know what I mean? I didn't want to have to knock you out. Like, I'd have been like, hold up, buddy. What? Like, he wasn't talking crazy. He said, sorry, man. It's got to be you. I'm a fan of you, but you're just in the way. So Max Holloway is coming up soon on Paramount Plus. That's going to be a great fight. A lot of great fights coming up. And now that it's on Paramount Plus, all these numbered events come with your subscription. Really makes it a lot better. But like I said, compared to ESPN, it seems like a lot of these fights in between them and the pre-fight and stuff definitely are a lot longer on Paramount Plus. Who's Max fighting? I don't think they officially said yet. I'm trying to think. They might have. Yes, Max is fighting Charles Oliveira for the BMF title at 155 pounds. So he beat Charles Oliveira at 145. Charles only got down to like 148. But yeah, I think Charles still at 55. Max gets him out of there. So yeah, that one is booked and official. Paddy Pimblett is getting ready to step in. UFC 324 versus Justin Gaethje. This could be a 5-round war. This could be a quick submission for Paddy. This could be a quick knockout for Gaethje. There's many different ways this fight could go. I am excited for this one. I've been waiting. Next weekend, too, another numbered card. They would not be able to do that if it wasn't free. They would not get back-to-back good pay-per-view numbers if they were, you know, back-to-back weekends, $80 a pop. So definitely loving for these next, I think it was 7 years or whatever it was. Yeah, 7 years, Paramount Plus, free UFC fights, and that's only in the U.S. A lot of people don't realize outside of the U.S. they did not get the same deal. So I bet Gaethje killed it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and Gaethje has made $750,000 in bonuses in his career. So Gaethje's a bad dude. Again, Paddy's an up-and-comer. He's starting to catch some momentum. The thing you can say about Paddy is he really hasn't had a huge test. Like, this is definitely the biggest test of his career. And he's saying Scousers don't get knocked out. He feels like Justin's power is overrated. Man, yeah, the bonuses now are 100,000 instead of 50,000. That's on every card going forward. And anybody who gets a finish, if you don't get that, you get a $25,000 bonus. Either way, so if you get a submission, if you get a TKO, you get a $25,000 bonus. If you get the fight of the night or KO of the night or performance of the night, you get 100,000. So that right off the bat, it's a lot more money. So for the people that are like, the UFC doesn't do anything, that already there looks good. And Dana said, yes, people that used to get pay-per-view will now just get a nice flat fee because of the new negotiations with Paramount. So again, guys, Are they, underpaying whatever? Is it perfect? No, but the UFC is a business that has been around for 30 plus years now. In that time, how many other promotions have we seen come and go? It's a business, and there's a way you got to do things, and that's just simple as that. So Paramount, again, just does a lot more promotion, a lot more in between. We're waiting for the main event, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Should be a great one. Gaethje knocked out Edson Barbosa and James Vick, both in a manner in which he could knock Paddy Pimblett out. Because Paddy, when he leaves the exchanges, when he gets out of there, he leaves his chin up. I think he knows better, but again, just a couple days ago. Yeah. Well, and I don't know necessarily if they have like year-round health, care, but any injuries that are happening from the fights and stuff are taken care of. And a lot of people behind the scenes, if they're going to be around and stuff like that, and they need big surgery, stuff like that, the UFC usually takes care of them. But again, they're not perfect, but I think they do try more than people give them credit for. Paddy Pimblett, yeah, even a couple days ago on Embedded when he was hitting mitts, just leaves his chin in the air. And that haircut is absolutely fucking terrible. That haircut is goodness gracious. But the lad can fight. The lad can fight. And Gaethje, we already know what we're going to get. Gaethje comes forward. Gaethje has gotten a little smarter, over the years. But Gaethje is still down to bang. UFC 324 main event going down. Moments away. You already know it's gonna go crazy when Paddy comes out. Yeah, he'll always step up. He'll get in there and exchange, and especially on this one, kind of similar to O'Malley. Gaethje knows this is it, right? He's 37 years old. He loses this fight. Could be his last fight. The Batty. Oh, Pat, come here, Papa. Oh, Pat. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett is lighting up T-Mobile Arena. People wearing wigs. Everybody's got their phones out waiting for the walkout of Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Worst dance moves. Terrible haircut, but people love this guy. The whole crowd is on their feet waiting for him to come out with that damn British Mortal Kombat music he walks out to. Yeah, I mean, and that's the crazy part is, does either guy even really get a reward because the winner gets knocked out by Ilia Topuria because Ilia's got some demons to release. He's knocking out whoever makes it in front of him. Paddy the Baddy walking out. UFC 324 main event live on Paramount Plus. Paddy the Baddy. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Man, these walkouts are taking extra long tonight. Feel like we're watching one of these Saudi cards. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. His little Mortal Kombat dance. Paddy the Baddy is walking out to the T-Mobile Arena for his co-main event fight with Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Paddy the Baddy ranked number 5. That means Gaethje. Yeah, exactly. Just like Barab. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, winner of this. I mean, you're crazy, Papa. Yeah, Ilia was already knocking dudes dead, life good, everything like that. Then he had the situation with his ex-wife, his kids, all that. Did he win to deserve? Yeah, that's what I mean. His big, I believe his last win was it that Michael Chandler fight? So they've kind of graced him with the position he's in, and this is one of those fights where he really has to earn. He's really got to earn this win. Okay, Papa. Yeah, Paddy's got to earn his win on this one. Gaethje's not going to lay down. Gaethje's chin hasn't gone yet. Surprisingly, all the wars, all the time he's been knocked out. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Silva, man, that dude was crazy. I mean, he got a win over Arnold Allen, but that guy is a weird lad. On Embedded, he was crying when he saw the belt. Buddy, you ain't never gonna win that belt. I don't know what you crying, acting all crazy for. Longest active win streak in lightweight. That is weird. Guess because he's undefeated, but again, he hasn't really fought any of those undefeated in the UFC as far as that lightweight, but just hasn't really had super impressive wins. The wins he does have, like Chandler, I thought he was going to win because Chandler, honestly, in my opinion, Chandler's always kind of been overrated. I thought his UFC career would go about how it went. Never thought that guy was as good as people always said. Paddy the Baddy has the arena going crazy as he steps into the cage. Now we're going to see Justin Gaethje walk out. Yeah, Chandler, he had his he beat Hooker and he beat Tony. Other than that, everybody else whooped his ass. So, who's that? Chandler, no. Page was at middleweight and welterweight, but yeah, he beat Hooker in the UFC and he beat Tony, and that was really it. Other than that, everybody whooped his ass. Poirier, Gaethje, Paddy. I think Conor will still knock him out. I don't know if they'll give it to him. I feel like it seems like Conor may be fighting Masvidal, which I think is a way worse matchup, but maybe not because Masvidal is older. If he's a little slower, it could be favorable for Conor. Justin Gaethje, that's crazy. Getting boos in America because people didn't show up for him. That's crazy. I mean, he's getting cheers too, but you can hear the boos in T-Mobile Arena. And I don't know what the hell he's coming out to. I have no... Paddy didn't fight Venom. No. Paddy didn't. Paddy's fought like Jared Gordon, Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Jordan Levitt. I know, that's weird. I don't understand how people are going to boo Justin Gaethje. I mean, that's just like how Conor used to get all the Irish fans to show up, but you know, in Vegas, when an American fighter is fighting for a title like that, we need to show more support, guys. Trevor Whitman in the corner. He's got his brother in the corner. Who's the other two? Can't really see. Probably some teammates. Doesn't look like anybody recognizable. Justin, the highlight Gaethje, is walking in. This could be a huge win for him. I think it would be an easier fight for Ilya to win just because of the height similarity. Man, Justin Gaethje always locked and loaded. I'm hoping that he catches Paddy in one of these exchanges and knocks him out. Would be absolutely insane. But like I said, you know, Paddy could definitely end up taking him down and submitting him, as a few guys have done. That's really Paddy's main attribute that he gets people with. He does have a really, really solid jiu-jitsu game. Justin Gaethje looks good. He's always in shape. He's not a guy that cuts a lot of weight. Yeah, Paddy doesn't have any, that's what I mean, impressive wins.
Is this only the one more fight?
This is the main event, Papa.
Then we...
Yeah, watch out, baby. This is definitely it. Yeah, this is Paddy's toughest fight. This is his biggest challenge. This is someone that's going to bring pressure, be in his face all night. Yeah, I don't even know how Gaethje's still here, honestly. I mean, when he first came in the UFC, this guy was insane. Some of the wars he had with Poirier, Eddie Alvarez, Michael Johnson. I mean, he was just a madman. And then he realized he had adjusted a little bit, but you know, Michael Chandler. Most of these fights are still car crashes. And that's where I'm curious to see is can Patty either stop it or can he engage in the car crash? Because he's definitely never been in a type of fight. Papa, you got to be quiet. He's never been in the type of fight that, yeah, that one was crazy. That was his UFC debut from World Series of Fighting. That one was absolutely crazy. And then he just kind of took off from there. You know, obviously Poirier and Alvarez stopped him. But great fights. Those were both bangers. Justin Gaethje, UFC 324 main event versus Paddy the Baddy. Moments away from the fight starting. This one should deliver. A couple of these, the O'Malley fight wasn't as entertaining as a lot of people were hoping. That Waldo Cortez Acosta and Lewis fight definitely wasn't as entertaining as people were hoping. First title fight on Paramount Plus, interim title fight. The reach, Paddy's got 3 more inches of reach, but Gaethje's actually taller on this. But I think in the stare downs, looked like Paddy was taller, so that's a little weird. Gaethje's 37. Okay, so definitely up there, but not completely over the hill. Main event is starting now. Bruce Buffer is gonna ring it in. Both guys look dialed. I mean, everybody's always going to be in good shape, right? It's not like people aren't going to be in good shape. They're going to show up prepared. They're going to give it their all. But right now, we're going to see. 37's not bad. Gaethje looks good still, and his power's still there. I think the biggest X factor in this fight is just, again, Paddy hasn't had one of these crazy hard dog fights that Gaethje can bring. The only thing is if Gaethje gets taken down, Paddy can definitely submit him. Man, this looks like a sweet one. UFC 324, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy. Woo, we are minutes away from them exchanging. Papa, please be quiet. Nico, please be quiet. Here we go. Paddy the Baddy versus Justin Gaethje. Time. Yes, sir. Bruce Buffer. Man, when Bruce is gone and Joe and Dana and everyone, it's just going to be different. You guys really got to realize how great of a show they put on. We got Paddy being introduced first. He looks dialed. I mean, he's definitely, I think from when he first got in the UFC to now, he definitely managed his weight better. He stays in shape better, which obviously makes his camps, you know, more meaningful versus getting back in shape, really sharpening up and being ready. So he's the 240 favorite. Man, this is going to be crazy. The Baddy Pimblett. Man, it's interesting. The prelims were way more eventful than the main card. John Silva, Arnold Allen was a pretty good banger. The girls' fight was a snooze fest. Waldo Cortez and Derek Lewis was not that good. O'Malley was not that good. Man, it was on fire for a sec. Yeah. That's funny, you know, Gaethje looks like he has a little beer belly himself there. He usually doesn't cut a lot of weight, but, you know, like I said, it's always hard to tell. Yeah, Gaethje, I don't know what that is. That boy looks like he's got his beer belly sitting out. Paddy the Baddy, Justin the Highlight, Gaethje. Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see. I think that's why Paramount's been having some technical issues. It's because all the viewership. I would imagine easily over 1 million views, you know, but who knows? Like I said, in pay-per-view era, 300,000 to like 800,000 would be considered good. 1 million plus was rare. I'll be curious to see if they get multiple million viewership at that 13 or $8.99 price point. Here we go, UFC 324 main event. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy is underway now. This could be a 5-round war. This could be a 1 or 2 round finish. We are underway and ready. As Justin always does, trying to take the center of the ring, walk him down. Paddy's throwing some leg kicks. Paddy's fainting. Yeah, especially with no other events going on, basketball, football. This should have some crazy. There is a boxing card, but definitely didn't get as much coverage. Paddy lands a good straight right there. Switching stances. Now he's back in southpaw. Lands a body kick. That was one thing I felt like O'Malley didn't literally throw a head kick until the last 5 seconds of the fight. That was very weird. Paddy landing some decent leg kick, lands a couple up top, lands a leg kick, just throwing way more. But Justin got in there to take some, to give one, lands a good overhand, lands a solid body punch. These guys are getting right to it. Paddy lands, but his punches look very weird, almost a little zesty. That is some terrible form, but he's mixing it up. He's trying to stop Gaethje. Gaethje's just walking forward recklessly. He's going to get Gaethje out of here. These guys are just exchanging. He was landing a bunch of shots on Gaethje. Uppercut, a kick that was probably supposed to go to the body, ended up to the face. Now Gaethje's all over him. He has him up against the cage. Dropped him, and he's about to stop him. Justin, the highlight Gaethje. I told y'all, he's grounding and pounding Paddy Pimblett. Hold on, Paddy survived. Gaethje's going for the submission, but Paddy has his hands trapped. He has his hands trapped so he can recover. Gaethje almost got him out of there, you guys. I think on my video earlier today, when I did my predictions last week, I took Paddy the Baddy. I believe when I did them today, I took Justin Gaethje. And you could already tell, Paddy did not like that. He's still throwing, though. He lands a good uppercut. He's exchanging in there. Yeah, he did not like that, though. I'll tell you that. He's backing up. He looks a lot more defensive. Gaethje looks like he was okay with the punches. So now Paddy's kind of at a standstill. He's not switching. He's really just trying to avoid the punches. Gaethje's walking forward. Gaethje's keeping a small gap. Checks a leg kick that puts Paddy on his butt. Ooh, but see, Paddy's landing some good uppercuts, knees, and even kicks down the middle. I think Gaethje's telling him, I can take that. Gaethje's talking to him. Gaethje's exchanging in there. Paddy's landing, though. See, and this is what I was saying, is that Paddy can land. He's definitely landing some shots. It was just more so, how does he take Gaethje's punches? This is old school Gaethje, pressure, in your face, taking smacks. He is getting so close to landing that overhand and putting Paddy out. Gaethje actually exchanges in a clinch. He has Paddy's holding the fence. Just has him up against the fence, not really doing anything. Paddy turns into him. He's going to get him off him. Interesting to see Justin even exchange like that. Now, Paddy is landing a lot of shots down the middle, though. He's landing a lot of knees, uppercuts. Justin is really dipping his head low and throwing that overhand, but he's getting caught a lot when he's dipping. One of these guys getting knocked out. Again, Paddy has landed a lot of these uppercuts. But it almost seems like Justin's taking them to get hit, Leg kick from Paddy. Uppercut again from Paddy. He's landed so many uppercuts, but it doesn't seem like it's bothering Justin too much. We got an eye poke, possibly. Let's see here. Paddy's mad about it. The crowd's mad about it. Mark Goddard stops at official timeout. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, he got him. He pushed off the face. He got him in the eye. Not terrible. But, yeah, Paddy's mainly having a lot of success down the middle. Gaethje's really trying to come in and dip his head. Paddy is landing what would be a body kick, but it's landing to the face because Gaethje's dipping really, really hard. Paddy's also landing a lot of good uppercuts. Just a lot of stuff down the middle. We're on a timeout. He caught a little bit of an eye poke. Not horrible. not horrible. It wasn't like in the eye. It was more so he went to go push off his face and probably just caught one in there a little bit. Paddy looks fine. He's not tripping. Let's go. Back in. I believe there's a minute left. And I think you could give the round to either guy. They were both absolutely going out there and exchanging. Both have had some big moments. 1 minute left. Now we're in the middle of the cage. Does Justin walking back down to the, up against the cage? Because here in the middle, this gives Paddy way more advantage because he's the longer, taller fighter. There you go, Gaethje. Oh! Gaethje just caught him with a huge overhand. Again, now they're up against the cage, exchanging back and forth. This is absolutely crazy. Paddy's taking some smacks. I mean, you got to give it to him. He's taking some smacks, but Justin is just walking him down, keeping the pressure on him, keeping him up against the cage. Definitely a fight that Paddy's never been in. Handling it well, but he's definitely, starting to wear it. Throws a beautiful spinning back elbow, but Gaethje dips under it. And that overhand, like I said, he is landing that overhand. And these guys are scrapping. First round over. Could have went to either guy. Hell of a first round. Justin, his big moments were just, he kept the pressure. He was backing him up. He was throwing some big shots, but I did think he probably got caught a lot more than he was expecting. Paddy was landing some big shots. Neither guy looks like they're panicking. Neither guy looks like they took too much damage. Gaethje always looks kind of tired in between rounds. Even in fights, he'll take deep breaths, but, he said that's just him doing his thing. He's definitely been walking him down, controlling the pressure, and he's landing some big shots. And some of these ones that he's barely missing could get him out of there. He definitely dropped Paddy. Yeah, definitely dropped Paddy. So 10-9, round one goes to Justin Gaethje. Has to. Excuse me. Drank all my stuff. Here we go, round two.
No, I didn't.
Round two. No, it was me. Round two. Gaethje and Paddy. Again, Gaethje's just getting right towards it, walking him down, trying to keep him up against the cage. That way he doesn't have a problem with that range. But he's dipping really low. And I think that's where Paddy's getting caught. Gaethje's getting caught is because he's dipping really low. Almost like you would in a boxing fight. Not necessarily common for an MMA fight. And that's why even some of these kicks that Paddy's throwing to the body are landing to the face. You got Gaethje with a takedown. He did like a head snap. Really weird. He kind of has him in like a front headlock. I don't know if he's trying to snatch up a darts. I don't know what he's doing here. He just has him in a front headlock. And Paddy in these positions, weird. He just tries to like hold on to the hands. I don't know what he's doing. Just stuck on the ground. There we go. Paddy gets it off. But I'm not sure what even Gaethje's goals would be in that front headlock position. Paddy the Pimlet back up. Now they're in the middle of the cage. Justin's cracking him. We already know. Oh, damn. Yeah, well, it's like, I think that Paddy's landing some good shots, but I think I don't know if that got checked or what, but he landed a kick and it looked like he didn't like it. And now Gaethje's really starting to wear on him. You can see the pressure's getting to him. He's not liking these exchanges. Gaethje might get him out of there, but again, he's still throwing these shots where if it wasn't Gaethje, he probably would have already got a TKO, but Gaethje will be in there to the death. Oh, man, lands an uppercut. Gaethje comes back with 2 or 3 big ones. He's got Paddy pressed up against the cage. Short uppercut from the inside from Gaethje, man. See, this is a fight that is delivering. Someone's going to be getting out of here. I think Justin Gaethje could definitely throw some more kicks. Probably up top. I don't know why a lot of people are neglecting the head kicks tonight. Paddy is doing his best, but he's definitely liking to be in here less and less. Justin Gaethje has Paddy up against the fence. Not much action, just kind of wearing on him. Yeah, Gaethje has 51 shots to the head. Definitely been landing a lot more headshots. Great exchanges. Pressuring him back up against the cage. But Paddy definitely is landing a lot of good shots down the middle. Knees from both sides, uppercut. Yep, Gaethje's getting in there. Both guys are doing well. Like I said, main reason that you give first round to Gaethje was due to that drop. This round could be anybody's round so far. Both having some good moments. I don't know what Gaethje's doing. Maybe he's just trying to wear him out. You know what I mean? He's snapping him down with that front headlock and just kind of holding him there. I really don't think you're going to get any type of submission on someone like Paddy. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, I think his hands get stuck. I think Paddy keeps just grabbing his hands and trying to prevent him from doing anything. But it sure makes it a snooze fest for the fans, excuse me. Justin just still has him like in this front headlock. And you know what? Paddy's getting up, and I think he's doing it just to wear on him. Oh, as they were getting up, Gaethje knocked him down with an uppercut. That was crazy. That's what it looked like. They were getting up, and I think Gaethje slipped in an uppercut. Gaethje's getting caught, but it seems like he doesn't mind the power. He's really taking him to throw his shots, and he's getting so close to landing that overhand. Paddy thinks he got poked in the eye. Gaethje dropped him. He's pouring on him. Paddy thinks it was due to an eye poke. Could have been a punch. Gaethje's on top of him, grounding a pound. But yeah, definitely Paddy's eye is cut. I don't know if it was, but he's not letting up. This is Justin Gaethje's chance to finish. Either way, Gaethje now wins rounds 1 and 2. Knocked him down again. He's going to end this round on top. I'd be curious to see if that was an eye poke or not. Definitely some good ground and pound here from Gaethje to end the round. Definitely almost finished him with some ground and pound. Gaethje's up 2-0. Paddy gives him knuckles. His eye is leaking. I think that was a clean punch. I think Paddy just was hoping it was an eye poke, but I think it was really a clean punch. Yeah, Gaethje's rocking him. Let's go. Like, Gaethje is rocking him. He's up 2-0. Paddy is definitely not liking it. Leaking from his nose, leaking from his eye. Both eyes are busted up. I don't think he has enough power to gain Gaethje's respect. Gaethje's really taking the knees, taking all these punches, and unloading on him. What do you think, Papa?
Yes.
Good fight so far? Yeah. Papa's enjoying the fights. Oh, see? And it was an eye poke. It was an eye poke. Damn. It was kind of weird. His thumb just caught him at the end of a punch. So it definitely was an eye poke, but he didn't catch him in the moment. No, Paddy's never been hit like this. He's never dealt with pressure like this. Someone, like I said, honestly, a lot of fighters at 155 pounds would already been knocked out. I mean, Paddy, that hurt him. Paddy's landing a lot of big knees and uppercuts down the middle, but Gaethje's the damn Terminator. Gaethje's walking him down, drops him. Just walking him down. Paddy's just about out of there. Yeah, he's getting whooped. He's not liking it. I don't think there's much left. We're going to see a 3rd round stoppage from Justin Gaethje. One thing I noticed that Justin Gaethje didn't utilize this fight, and I'd be curious why. We did not see those famous Gaethje leg kicks. He usually whips and rips people's legs. He did not do that this fight for some reason. But he's been controlling the pressure, and he's been landing a lot of big shots. Paddy looks like he's not even throwing hard. He looks lost, and yeah, he looks like he's really just hanging on. I mean, you know, it's tough. You get to this moment, and you don't know until you get in there, and Justin Gaethje's a bad matchup for anybody. Scousses don't get knocked out, but I think he's going to get TKO'd. I do think that. I mean, you never know. Gaethje might knock him out flat. He definitely wasn't liking it. Yeah, I think if Gaethje wins and doesn't retire, I think Ilia Topuria would knock him out pretty easily, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but I think he's a favorable matchup for Ilia Topuria. But, you know, he's not going to go out as interim champ. He's definitely going to try and unify. But he has this fight in the bag. He's up 2 rounds to zip. Paddy is just, I don't think he has anything in him to gain Gaethje's respect. And even when he was fresh, whenever he was landing, Gaethje never once took a step back or was unsure. He's been walking him down the whole fight, and now he's actually dodging punches where he was taking them earlier. So this round so far has been less eventful. Now Gaethje's trying to walk him down again, get him up against the cage. Landed a good overhand where he had missed a couple of those previously. You know, he's probably starting to figure out the range. But you know what? Shout-outs to Paddy. He's not laying down. He's not quitting. He's still swinging. Justin Gaethje's up 2 rounds to 0. But Paddy is putting up a fight in the 3rd round. He's busted up. He's exhausted. Still trying to throw, so you do got to give him his respect. Ooh, lands a little slap kick to the face of Justin Gaethje. There you go. Justin Gaethje lands one of those whipping leg kicks. I think he throws in a few of those. He might be able... Ooh, lands a beautiful overhand on Paddy. Right to the side of the head. I mean, shout-outs to Paddy. You don't really know how you're going to do until you get there either. And he is having a war. This is a war like he's never had. Gaethje's been here numerous times. What's up, baby boy?
Hey, Daddy, when is your podcast done?
After this fight. Ooh, Justin Gaethje. See, even when he's walking him down and leaving his head to get punched, he doesn't look like he's ever been bothered by any of these shots that Paddy's landed. And we've never really known Paddy to be a big puncher. He's more so just kind of goes in these wars. But again, in the UFC and before that, he hasn't fought anybody like Justin Gaethje. He just landed a 3-punch combo on Gaethje, and Gaethje didn't even flinch. Now he's landing. He's starting to land a little bit. Gaethje went to go for a takedown. He's definitely earning his respect a little bit right here. Shout-outs to Paddy. He's still in the middle. He's still exchanging, and he looks like he's starting to wear on Gaethje a little bit, which we've seen in Gaethje's career where, oh, well, Gaethje stops due to a nut shot. Let's get the replay. It looked like he might have got a knee to the nuts. Let's check it out. But, yeah, I mean, we've seen Gaethje also get broken. Not broken, but he comes Terminator mode. I don't know. That looked like it was a little above the nuts, though. I don't know. But, yeah, we've seen Gaethje. He'll come forward. He'll be putting it on people. And then, you know, if he can't, yeah, first round, easily. But, yeah, we seen like with Poirier, with Eddie, he ends up breaking, you know, but he looks good. But let's see what we got. Round 3. This round was definitely the best round for Paddy in the sense he took the least damage. He landed some good shots. Again, it's crazy to think that if he wins, him and Ilia would fight, because at one time when they were beefing, but they were at different weight classes, we never even thought that would be a fight that would happen. And I honestly thought, originally, I thought Ilia would be too small for Paddy, but after what we saw him do to Charles, I don't think that at all. They're having some good exchanges. This is definitely the best striking round for Paddy. You could give him the round. Oh, Gaethje just lands a beautiful straight right. Definitely a good one. Paddy, you know, says he wants to engage, but that was a punch. Definitely a closer round. You could score that one either way. Paddy says my round at the end of the round. You could give him that round. It could be 2-1 Gaethje. Easily both rounds were 1 and 2 were for Gaethje. It could be 3-0. It could be 3-0. You know what I mean? Definitely 2-1. Justin looked like he slowed down just a little bit, so I'll be curious to see how he looks coming out on this next round. He could finish it. Yeah, I mean, he could finish it. Hopefully he doesn't start slowing down. Patty looked like he was not too bothered, but round 4, we got championship rounds coming. Now this is where we'll see what these guys are made of. Yeah, these rounds, 4 and 5, is where Justin should really start taking off. Both fighters look good. Patty's definitely more beat up. Patty's definitely down 2 rounds, if not all of them. Yeah, I mean, if it goes to a decision, that would be tricky. We'll have to see how these next 2 rounds go, but as of right now, it's 2-1 Gaethje, if not 3-0. I think one thing he didn't do the second round was pressure Patty to up against the fence. He doesn't want to leave it out in the open. That's where Patty can win some of these exchanges. Right now, they're right in front of each other, but again, Gaethje's now walking him down like he was in the first 2 rounds. There you go. He's got to just walk him down and get him to the outside. Patty's landing a little bit. He's landing a little bit. But, you know, they just don't look like they're huge shots. Gaethje catches him with a big punch over the top. A second one. Oh, he hesitated. I think he could have knocked Patty out right there. Yep, he just landed about 4 shots in a row. Patty's about out of there. As Patty's coming in, Gaethje hits him, and it looks like he fell. He's getting some ground and pound. But again, Patty keeps just controlling his arm. He's just grabbing his arm. I think Gaethje's going to get him out of there. Those last 4 shots, Patty did not like at all. So when they get up right here, I don't think Gaethje really wants to go for the submission. I think he's just wearing on him, front headlock, putting his weight on him. Yeah, I think, Patty's about to be out of there. Justin Gaethje's controlling the pace. Really wearing on him. I mean, Patty's still trying. Shout-outs to him, but... Oh, Patty catches a kick, rips him with a big overhand, drops him. Patty gets back up. Gaethje's just teeing off on him. I told everybody, you know, on paper, Patty would be the guy, but, you know, when you get in there with someone like this, that's a dog, that's a Terminator, you know, for your first time, big moment, main event, all those are factors that contribute to, you know, your performance. And Gaethje, that pressure, people don't realize that. When you're just backing up, Gaethje lands a beautiful shot over the top. You don't get a chance to set your feet. You're constantly moving not the way you want to. Really taxes and makes you a lot more tired than you realize. And he's getting cracked. I mean, Scousers definitely have a chin. Gaethje's all over him. 1-2, drops him. Gaethje's all over him. You know, 3 rounds to 1 easily, if not 4-0. Gaethje is all over it. It's crazy because, like I said, I really feel like this is going to be an easier fight for Ilia Topuria. And Gaethje's just landing at will at this point. Overhand, uppercut, overhand. Patty is definitely hanging on for dear life in there. Justin Gaethje looks like he's on his way to either stopping him or winning the unanimous decision. Interim champ again, but... Oh! Looks like he caught a nut shot, but the ref didn't call it. Unless it was just a body shot. Patty didn't look like he liked it. Gaethje threw a big shot over the top. This is crazy for all the hype behind Patty. He's absolutely beaten up.
Is he done?
Ooh, it was kind of similar to Gaethje's. It was right above the wing. It was kind of right above. I thought both Gaethje's and that one were like right on the belt line. What's up, baby? Patty might lose.
I think he won second place at least.
Yeah, he'll get second place at least.
Yeah, that's the...
Patty the Baddie is on defensive mode. He's just trying to survive at this point. He doesn't have much left. All his shots, his punches, kicks, there's nothing behind him. Gaethje's slowing down a little, but he's still got the power there. Patty is just beating and just trying to hang on. Gaethje's catching his punches. He's seeing the shots. He's on his way to knocking him out. Missed a big shot over the top. I mean, he's tired too, but these are Gaethje style of fights where he just comes forward, and just exchanges. Walking Patty up against the cage. Man, see, now he's kind of back to the first round, just barely missing. That to me shows he's a little tired. But if he catches one of those overhand hooks, that'll be it. Patty throws a 3-punch combo, misses all of them. Easily 3 rounds to 1. But Patty's still trying. You got to give it to him. He's not just laying down and quitting. There's moments where he's discouraged. He just put up about a 10-punch flurry, but he ended up on bottom somehow, lost his balance. Gaethje's on top, doing some ground and pound. Patty's back to his feet. Oh, easily 3 rounds to 1. At the most, 3 rounds to 1. But Gaethje may be up every round on the scorecard. Last round here, guys, UFC 325. Justin Gaethje is absolutely controlling this fight. Crazy. Justin Gaethje has landed 148 significant strikes. It says Paddy Pimblett has landed 134, but they look like 2 different guys. Paddy has 2 black eyes, a busted face, a busted eye. Gaethje looks relatively fresh. Yeah, belt to ass for sure. Gaethje came out and showed he still got it. Again, people are going to want to knock Paddy. Paddy is still a hell of a fighter, but he's really just grappling dominant, grappling heavy. So pretty sloppy on the feet. And yeah, he's never had this type of war. He doesn't really have much to offer. I think he's just going to try and survive round 5 here. Gaethje is your 2-time interim champ. Him versus Ilia Topuria on the White House card. Probably Sean and Peter, just because we want to see some American fighters competing for a chance to get a belt on the White House card. Meeting in the middle, Paddy and Gaethje, right back to exchanging. Paddy's still more on his back foot. Yeah, I think Gaethje's a bit tired too, though. I'm not sure. Paddy went for a takedown. Gaethje stuffs it. Paddy lands a couple, lands a knee. He's throwing a bunch, but this could also leave him open to get caught. Yep, Justin just lands a huge right over the top. Paddy's shooting now. He landed a few, but that leaves you open. Yeah, Paddy all heart for sure, Aljamain Sterling says. Definitely, shout outs to him. Shout outs to both guys. Both guys, doing this to a lot of other people in the lightweight division. They would have already won the fight. Though Paddy's taking a beating, he's landed some big shots up the middle. He landed, some big uppercuts, some big knees. Gaethje's just a dog. Gaethje's walking him back, taking some shots, giving some shots. Even if Paddy won this round, 3 rounds to 2, well, baby, if not 4 rounds to 1.
Do you know who the best is?
Who? Justin Gaethje? Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good, but unfortunately, he would get absolutely annihilated by Ilia Topuria. He's taking some shots from Paddy, but I think he's okay with it. I think he's pretty tired himself, but I don't think there's been any shots from Paddy where he was like, oh, okay, I need to be careful not to get knocked out, Because he's dipping crazy, I'm telling you. He does that against Ilia Topuria, he's going to be dead. Like, 100% Ilia Topuria smokes him. Shh, please. There goes Paddy, shoots for a takedown, almost gets it. So, that's how you know. I think we haven't seen Paddy shoot in any fights like in this manner where he's just trying to not be on the feet. They're up against the cage. Both guys are exhausted. Paddy kind of has Gaethje up against the cage. I'm not sure if either guy has enough energy to win the fight at this point. Not win the fight, but to close the fight out. Obviously, Justin Gaethje is going to win the fight no matter what. Paddy's got him up against the cage. Really trying to get a takedown. He does not want to be on the feet. Justin Gaethje has landed 165 significant strikes. Man. Paddy is going to have a headache tomorrow. He took a lot of damage, but you know what? Maybe Scousers don't get knocked out because a lot of guys would have been flatlined. Gaethje just landed a few.
What's this?
Really great performance from Justin Gaethje. He still wants it, beating a younger guy. man, it's just like I said, I can't see him beating Ilya. Justin's got Paddy locked up against the cage. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in round 5. Fight's almost over. Gaethje's up on the cards. Even if Ray Charles is reffing. Paddy again, hold on, baby, shoots the spinning back elbow. Misses. Gaethje lands a couple big shots. Gaethje lands another shot. All forward pressure from Gaethje. That's why you could even give maybe all rounds to Gaethje, being that he's walked him down every round. Paddy lands a couple shots. Nothing significant, though. There hasn't been any shots that Gaethje wanted to not be a part of, you know? He's taking all these. He'll exchange in there. This is absolutely nuts. Paddy has a good little flurry, but again, I just don't think there's anything behind it. He had a little flurry. I wonder what the odds were for Justin Gaethje to win the decision. Because he's about 50 seconds away from winning the decision. He's taking some shots. I just don't think Paddy's got enough in the tank. He's trying. He's putting on some flurries. He really wants to get him out of there. George St. Pierre, UFC 324 final. What a fight. Yeah, the last two before this got pretty boring. And then, of course, Gaethje and Paddy come out and put on a show. 30 seconds left. Gaethje has Paddy up against the cage. Paddy's trying to maneuver and turn and get out of it.
How many points he got?
Yeah, Gaethje's put up a lot of volume. I'd be curious to see what they consider significant strikes. Based, some of these judges, like personally, but based off that, the third round goes to Paddy. Every other round goes to Gaethje. Gaethje got hit with a nut shot, but it looks like he's just going to rock it out. The fight ends. Justin Gaethje should be your new interim lightweight champ. Paddy took a beating. He hung in there. He's not done. But, man, that division is just going to be held onto by Ilya Topuria. It's crazy because I think like Ilya and Paddy would have been a way bigger fight, but UFC 324 in the books. All the prelims really, really delivered. We got to the main card. John Silva gets the win over Arnold Allen. Struggled a bit, though. I thought that could have gone either way. Then you had the women's fight. Natalia Silva controls the pace. Kind of how I thought it would go. Yeah, Paddy's a beast, though. Like, you can't knock him. He stood in there. Many guys would have called it, would have got out of there. Rose loses to a younger up-and-comer. Waldo Cortez and Derek Lewis. Sometimes you get those fights where there's so much high stakes in the sense of these guys have that one-hitter quitter that people get kind of boring and didn't do as much as they should. It was definitely a weird fight and a weird finish. I'd be curious to see to hear that. And then in the co-main, O'Malley just wasn't necessarily his elusive, striking self. I think there's a lot of pressure in that situation, and I think, it was a big relief once he got the win, and he'll probably look a lot better in his next fight. He really just wanted to get the win to not lose his job. This should be a no-brainer for Justin Gaethje. I'm just waiting for the final announcement. Hold on, baby. What?
You win.
I'm pretty sure Justin Gaethje, but we're waiting. Paddy's coach put his big old chain on there. Paulie Market. He's got a big old iced out chain. Paddy does. I don't know if that's fake or not. We getting the official decision.
Why didn't it come up?
Hold on.
The judges scored the contest 48-47, 49-46, and 49-46.
Yep. So Gaethje got 4-1 on 2 scorecards, 3-2 on 1 scorecard. The new interim lightweight champ, Justin Gaethje, UFC 324 in the books, guys. His reward is going to be getting knocked out on the White House card by Ilya Topuria. Shout outs to Justin Gaethje, though. Hell of a win. Shout outs to Paddy Pimblett for staying in there. Shout outs to everyone who tuned in to the live. We'll see you next time, guys.